I would just say to them that there's some of us that have been through it, which when you're in that first part of the recovery, you know, or going in, wanting to go into recovery, you don't see no hope. But there are more and more people now coming through the system who are carrying on volunteering and working, who have got lived in experience, you know. So it's people that I know helped me because they'd been through it. So I believe them because there's that whole trust and, you know, believe in them issue. So there, you know, and one of the other things is when you're in a detox or a rehab, or even if you're just doing groups, you know, and you don't go to any of them, there is still people with lived in experience involved in the process the whole way along, who you can feel comfortable with and reach out to, and who have been where you are, you know. And the other thing I'd say as well is, I know for me, a big worry was, well, what about after the group's finished? Then what? What about me then? It carries on. There is a lot of aftercare, which you don't always hear about at the start because you don't want to just have everything bombarded at you. That's why, you know. But there's a lot of aftercare as well, which will keep you supported, so that even if you don't want to get involved in volunteering, that if you just want to do your recovery, you'll still get loads of support. There's no discriminating against it, you know. It's still massive amount of support, and it will continue to give you hope, and you won't be set no unrealistic goals or told any unrealistic stuff, you know. It will be one day at a time, but you'll have plenty of support, and just so people know there is hope out there.
Okay, that's awesome. I agree. When somebody's been through it, they have a certain kind of confidence and authority that people who haven't been through it just can't have. And you can feel that, can't you? You can spot that. Yeah. So where would you recommend someone go? If someone is drinking or someone's using drugs and they want to stop, they want help stopping, where should they go?
So for me, myself, I first got in touch with CGL, which is Change, Grow, Live. And I was put in touch with them through my GP. So if you already know your GP and you feel comfortable going to them rather than going straight to an agency or service, go to your GP and get them to tell you what they're able to refer you to. On the other hand, you can self-refer with a lot of stuff as well. There's a lot of drug and alcohol services, depending on what area you're in, where you can self-refer, and you don't even have to go in. You know, you can have a phone call. So if you don't want to show your face or give any details or anything, and you just want to get a bit of advice or find out what you can do, then you can just get in touch. You know, there's plenty of ways to get in touch. On the other hand, if you want something where it's totally anonymous and you're not ready to sort of get involved with services and that yet, and you want to just find out a bit more from like-minded people, there's always Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous, which is where they're online or face-to-face groups. They're not run by anyone in particular. The service is all service users who have been through it all. So you can go on there anonymously. You don't have to give your name or have your camera on, or if you go to a live meeting, you know, you don't have to speak or anything, but you can just listen to how other people are recovering who have been through it. It's more a service where there's no sort of key workers and counsellors and, you know, the authority figures. It's somewhere where it's just everyone has been through addiction and they all just want to get better. So you can always find some good advice there and swap some numbers, and then, you know, possibly find out other routes of recovery through other people, what they've tried.